William Murphy here and welcome to 2019. I have my overalls on, which are now personalised with a yellow Mini. Sweet! And we are another step closer to getting this Mini Bug finished. I know I keep saying this, but we definitely are this time. So, the magic pipe, I have heated it with a little help from my father-in-law. Heated it here. We managed to bend the angle to match, and then this pipe here needed to just be kinked up slightly to sort of clear that panel. So we cut a V into the panel, folded it over, and it's now, as you can see, welded nicely shut. I'm going to fit this up. I'm going to put some exhaust paste inside, fit the bracket on, and hopefully now, once this is all together, it will make the car obviously a lot quieter and be much easier to fit the exhaust, and then just wait for the parts which should have been here yesterday for the radiator. Do the timing, and then we are done. So there's a lot of stuff still to do. Well, it's not really in the scheme of things. There's still a few bits to do. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for a few parts, but we'll fit the exhaust up today. We're going to try and weld a few brackets onto the back box to try and make it fit to the chassis underneath. It's a box section chassis here that goes across the back of the car, down the sides, and then there's a panel that goes diagonally from the passenger front to the driver's rear. There's a possibility I may have to try and weld another side piece off on that to try and fit the exhaust, but I'm hoping that I can try and just weld a bracket to that, weld a bracket right to the very back, and have my exhaust fitted there. But only time will tell. So today we're going to fit the exhaust up and get this one further step closer to being finished. So let's get stuck in. One last final test fit, and it fits really nicely. Now what you need to make sure with these pipes is that, oh, sinking low and low, is that this part here on the exhaust is clean, and also the same part, the sort of the ball end of it that sits into here, is also clean on the manifold. If there's any old gasket paste or exhaust paste or anything like that, or rust or corrosion, the chances are the exhaust won't seal properly. You're going to get a blowing exhaust, and it's going to be quite fumy inside for the driver. We're quite fortunate on this car because there's no roof, but to get the overall experience of driving a Mini, you don't want to be gassed out, fumed out. So always best to take a wire brush to it, which I've already done previously on this. Clean it all up, fit the exhaust gunk inside here, seal it up, clamp it down, and then we are done. Another little tip when fitting exhaust is to put a trolley jack underneath to hold and support the exhaust underneath. With these type here, they've got to be pushed up to create the seal, and then you clamp them. Down. If the exhaust drops whatever and you clamp it down, it will blow out that side. So fit it into place, fit the jack underneath just to support it. You don't want to push it up or anything, but just to hold that in place. Clamp it down. Probably best to clamp it so it's tight, but you can still manoeuvre it so you get it into the right place. Come back up and then tighten it off both sides. So it looks like quite a lot there, but as you push the ball onto it, it's going to splurge out the sides, and you end up hardly any of that on there, but it will seal. And then here is my exhaust clamp. Okay, so I just need to make sure that this bracket here goes back on. Now this goes onto the exhaust clamp, and this little hole here holds the retaining spring for the throttle. So I put that back on, and then the spring, which is here, it goes from this bracket here onto the carburetor where your throttle pedal sits, and as you take your foot off the accelerator, that springs back to allow your pedal to return to its rest position. That's the exhaust, downpipe done, return spring on the carburetor done. Let's get underneath and test fit this exhaust. Okay, so it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to get this sorted. Typically a mini exhaust comes up this side, but there is a sort of a fuel flexi hose that goes underneath, and I didn't want to get too close to that. The exhaust I took off was this side as well, so I thought I'd stick with that original setup. I've cut the tailpipe off, I've flipped it over 180 degrees, I've re-welded it back on, I've fitted it up, it's just loosely fit them, there's no clamps or anything on it. Let's fire up and see how it sounds. So the next job I'm going to do is take the exhaust back off the car. It sounds a bit silly because it's all fitted up, but I'm going to clean it up. It's a chrome exhaust, chrome tip on it, and it just needs a bit of elbow grease on it to sort of make it nice and clean. I'm also going to take a slight hammer to the back box, and the reason is I want to try and make it as flat as possible to avoid any sort of catching on speed bumps or bumps in the road. Trying to sort of hug it to the body as tight as possible. If I can flatten it out, I can lift it up, and I think it'll be a much better fit. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty shiny, but it should be a lot shinier than that. So the idea I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rubber mallet and just tap my way down this back box with the idea of trying to make this square and a little bit better for fitment. I don't think it's going to make any effect to the way it's going to sort of airflow, but I think it is going to make a massive improvement. Better. Let's give it a clean. To clean this exhaust, firstly I'm going to use a engine degreaser to get rid of any dirt, grime, grease, tar, anything that's sort of picked up from the road and in storage. And then once that's all cleaned off, dried, I'm going to use an auto-sol metal polish. The metal polish is really great for bumpers, trims, headlight chromes, or headlight surrounds, grills, and exhaust. So we're going to do that. Okay, so that's got quite a lot of the grease and the grime already. I'm not going to go crazy because it is an exhaust. It's going to go on the bottom of the car and it will get dirty once again. So next stop, metal polish. So I like to just put a few blobs on. And just using it by hand. You can use polishers, but by hand's the easiest because that's what you'll have. Just work it on. And it's not going to come up great, I know, but it will be an improvement for what it is. Hopefully you can already see the improvement in this pipe. A lot of this actually came off with a slight buff, so I'm probably going to use a little more of an abrasive cloth to try and get as much of that off as possible. Now you've got to remember that this used to be the bottom of the exhaust and this used to be the top. So in theory this bit underneath will be the cleaner piece. Bring it closer to the camera. You can see it's a bit more shiny. And this is the weld that I've done. Just ground it down. Let's fit it back up and go from there. Okay guys, so to finish this video off, I'm just going to show you what I've done with the exhaust. So it's been a little bit hit and miss this video, but I've set the exhaust up. I've actually cut the centre section down. It had a decap pipe in it which I've removed. So if anyone's after a decap pipe, please comment below. I'm sure we can sort you out. So the pipe's been cut. That is now the right length from the front of the car to the middle. I've taken off and welded on the bracket here. Not the prettiest of welds, unfortunately. So that is going to have a mount on the chassis underneath the car, so I can hang a rubber mount onto it. On the back box, we have the welds, as I showed you previously. The exhaust hanger on the back, and then if I flip it over, it's quite heavy one-handed. I've made it more square, as you can see, and as also the exhaust pipe was split, so I welded that again. Not the prettiest of welds, but you're not going to see that. I tried to do a good job on the piece that you're going to see. So next up, hopefully, fingers crossed, the bracket for the radiator will arrive tomorrow, so I can fit the radiator in, put some coolant in it, and properly run it. The clutch, I've sorted that out. A video will be coming for that very soon. Hopefully, once that car is now off the ramps, it's on these little car ramps to raise it and make it a little bit easier for me. Have the exhaust fitted up, have the coolant all done. I can hopefully drive it out the garage, take it for a test run, and hopefully there will only be a minor adjustment. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. The exhaust is going to get fitted up tomorrow, hopefully, during my lunchtime, because I am back at work tomorrow, but I'm working from home, which is fantastic. Anything else to report? No, that's it. Hope you guys had a fantastic new year, and all the best for 2019. My year hopefully is going to consist of growing this channel into something amazing, to something to be really proud of, and joining in a community that I want to be proud to be in. Also going to try and lose this gut. So yeah, that's it from me. If you've enjoyed this video and all my other videos, please click up here to subscribe to the channel, and please click below to view any future content. Click the like button and comment below. That's it from me. I will see you guys in another video. Ciao.